taken fancy ones in Europe, really not so fancy ones in Europe. The train is so cool.
한 장에 몇십만 원이나 하는 유럽의 고급 열차, 러시아와 미국을 가로지르는 열차, 안전이 걱정될 정도로 위험했던 낡은 열차까지 10개월간 여행하는 동안 전 세계 거의 모든 열차를 타본 것 같다고 말하는 미국인 커플 리사와 조쉬가 이번에는 그들마저도 처음 타봤다는 기차를 소개했습니다. 그들이 서울에서 부산으로 가기 위해 KTX를 탄 건데요. 우리에게는 너무나 익숙한 KTX를 타고 정말 깜짝 놀랐다고 합니다. 한국 기차에서 색다른 경험을 했다고 말하는 미국인 커플 리사와 조쉬. 그들이 말하는 한국과 미국의 열차 차이점도 함께 살펴보시죠.
Legendary glacier express around Switzerland and some really rickety, most of the way terrifying vertical and horizontal elevators in Genoa, Italy.
It's really cool. It's like you're in a mine shaft.
But the one type of train that we haven't taken this entire time is a bullet train. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're in Seoul and we're heading to Busan. And hopefully no zombies. Let's go.
However, actually buying the train ticket was pretty tough. All the machines for foreigners were broken, but luckily the information desk was able to help us.
At 1 p.m. Yeah. Our train costs about $60 per person today, and it's gonna bring us all the way to the other side of the country in just over 2.5 hours. So cool.
Seoul Station is really cool, much like many of the subway and train stations here in Seoul. There's so many cool shops and cute cafes, shopping malls even, so that if you needed to kill some time while you're waiting, it's a great place to do it here. They even have charging stations. And of course there's a food court. Of course.
This train is so cool looking.
I'm a bit embarrassed to say this, but we didn't even realize that Korea had bullet trains. I mean, we just didn't know.
That's bright.
And the trains are so nice and modern. The seats all have charging ports. The train is absolutely dead quiet. It's comfortable, it's super fast, and it even has incredible, cool, pretty weird vending machines.
I've heard that the food on these bullet trains is incredible, but I don't know where it is, so I gotta go find it.
There's a vending machine on the train.
Figuring out how to get food out of the vending machine was quite a challenge. The touchless didn't work here, and neither did Apple Pay, and neither did our T-Money card that we tried cramming in there. But the little card reader did have a bunch of touchscreen buttons to press, none of which that my phone could translate, so I just had to guess. A super nice and very patient crew member on the train noticed me struggling and came by to help out. This process is very much how we learned how to do literally everything in South Korea. Since we can't read anything, it's just a process of trial and error until you get it right. Or until somebody feels bad for you and comes over and helps. It's actually really, really fun.
So they didn't have more real food on the train, so I just got a bunch of snacks out of the vending machine. I was really hoping that they'd have the food cart, but I guess it's not running today. First thing, cheese cream cheese.
Besides how good and tasty all these snacks are, probably my favorite part about all of this is how cute everything is. Look at this packaging. It's so cute. Everything's so cute.
These are just called soft white. These are my favorite so far. They have just enough crunch to them, and then the inside of them is totally soft. These are the best ones. We're talking really quietly because it's genuinely like a library in here.
I can hear them crunching.
It's a stark difference between here and trains in the US. Trains in the US are generally a place for like more people talking.
What trains in the US?
It's honestly a bit unsettling just how fast these things go, and then to know that you're rocketing along at 200 miles an hour inside one of these tubes and it feels like you're barely moving at all. It's a little jarring.
We're in the middle part of the cars where people can sit and take phone calls and just be in non-silence for a little bit, which is kind of nice. This train goes up to 190 miles per hour, and for those of you that desperately want to know, that's 305 kilometers per hour.
Went by so fast.
Yay! We made it to Busan, and it is so nice. What a warm welcome. Unsurprisingly, this train station is also impeccably designed. Beautiful, smells like coffee, has cute stores everywhere. I love Korea.
So after that wonderful and totally zombie-free 2.5-hour train ride, we are in Busan. We just gotta make it to our hotel now.
To do that, we had to use the Uber or Lyft of Korea, an app called Kakao Tea.
Time to get us a cacao tea. Cacao tea is basically the way that anybody can get a car share, get a taxi, rent a bike or a scooter, even pay for things like at the convenience store or pay for your actual taxi. You can choose different ways that you can pay for the taxi. If you happen to have a Korean credit card or a bank, you can set up auto payment through that with a debit or credit card. But if you're like us and you're visiting, you can either pay the driver with cash, credit card, debit card, or even your T-Money card. Whoa. Thank you. I've been calling this the BIF, but now I know why. It stands for Busan International Film Festival.
So we decided to stay in the Nampodong area, which is where we are right now. This area seems very alive. Lots of street food, lots of night markets, lots of crazy flashing lights. This looks awesome.
We were looking for a bit of a change of pace from the skyscrapers and crowds of Seoul, and Busan ended up being the perfect spot for that.
First impressions, Busan is really cool. There's way more going on. It's way more dense than I thought it would be. I mean, like lights and street food and cool new things and these ladies in the carts selling drinks that we don't understand what's going on. It's just really interesting, really cool.
대한민국 내에 어느 곳이라도 KTX로 쉽게 갈 수 있다는 사실을 깨닫고 깜짝 놀란 외국인 커플의 여행기. 재밌게 보셨나요? 실제로 KTX는 외국인들이 가장 많이 이용하는 장거리 이동 수단이기도 한데요. 최근 여행 촉진을 위해 다자녀 가족, 어르신과 임산부 등을 대상으로 KTX 표값을 할인하는 행사마저 진행하고 있어 눈길을 끌고 있습니다. 날씨가 더 더워지기 전에 기차를 타고 어디론가 떠나보시면 어떨까요? 요즘 한국 여행을 온 외국인들 사이에 필수로 손꼽히는 체험이 뭔지 아시나요? 바로 한복 입어보기입니다. 사실 한국인들에게도 한복을 입는 날은 결혼식 정도일 만큼 한복 착용은 드문 일 중 하나였는데요. 이런 문화를 확 바꾼 게 바로 한복을 입은 사람에게는 고공 무료 입장이 가능한 정책 덕분이었습니다. 특히 젊은 층을 중심으로 한복을 입고 인증샷을 찍는 문화가 확산되면서 경복궁 주변에는 한복 대여점이 속속 들어서기도 했는데요. 오늘은 미국에서 온 외국인 커플과 한국에 거주하며 한국어를 배우는 학생인 외국인 여성들의 한복 체험을 전해드리고자 합니다. 우리 한복의 고운 색과 아름다운 경복궁 풍경을 영상으로 만나보세요.
Allows 30 minutes to choose, which I think is plenty of time. Prices vary depending on the style and rental duration. Traditional styles are much cheaper, but theme style can double the rental prices. Themed styles are characterized by fashionable colors and fabric type used for hanboks. Once you choose your hanbok, it's time to try it on. Don't worry about not knowing how to put it on. The staffs are friendly and ready to help you through it out.
I've chosen this one.
You can't complete your look without getting your hair done, right?
I get your hair done.
Hairstyling is part of the service. However, if you would like to have extra hair accessories or sophisticated hairstyle, you can pay a little extra. Accessories like hats, bags, and shoes are not included in the package and depend on the style you choose. For ladies, a bag might be necessary to carry personal items, but if you go with a friend or partner, you can leave your belongings with them. For gentlemen, a hat is needed to complete the look. So now we just need to check out, and we just need to check the timing, then we're gonna pay and check out. So this whole thing, this is for 40,000. The hair is 3,000. So we have to come back around like 250 to return this. Otherwise, we have to pay the fine, which is like a 10,000 per hour. Yeah, but I think we should be fine. We have plenty of time. On the other hand, Kevin decided to go with the traditional style, which cost 20,000 won, plus the hat, which cost 3,000 won. In total, we paid 67,000 won. Please leave a comment on your thoughts on this. When you enter, this is morning, so like the sun is gonna be on the left hand side, so you just have to walk this side. Yeah, so only on this side has the light here. So we're gonna move to the other spot, like go inside more. So this is another little picture spot as well. Take it from here with the roof. It turns out really nice. So just now we got some wall picture, which turned out really nice as well. Here's the picture. We just came on the side, on the left-hand side of this palace. There are a few other picture spots as well, like there, which you have seen in a lot on Instagram though. On to another spot. I love this spot so much because it gives the feeling of shy, soft, and feminine ladies back in the day. Do you guys agree? This location reminds me of the forbidden love between palace women and the king when they have to secretly meet up in the palace.
Fellow gentlemen, small and subtle. Don't need to be in any sort of trouble.
From what I observed, not only the tourists that are wearing hanbok that you can see Korean teenagers are wearing, mostly are teenagers. Everyone's just taking pictures so you don't feel like you're the odd out.
The one who drama back, coming like Othello, trying to stay above, watching from the
You look like a king.
I'm showing my palace right now. Welcome to my palace. Signing off.
외국인들의 한복에 대한 감상은 대체적으로 어떨까요? 미국 최대 온라인 커뮤니티 레딧을 살펴보면 다양한 한복에 대한 감상을 찾아볼 수 있는데요. 한복만의 독특한 색감과 우아한 선이 정말 예쁘다. 렌탈샵이 워낙 잘 돼 있으니 외국인들도 한 번쯤 도전해 볼 만하다. 일본의 기모노나 중국의 전통 의상 치파오처럼 불편한 게 아니라 움직이기 편해서 너무 좋았다. 외국인뿐만 아니라 한국인들도 한복을 아끼고 사랑하는 문화가 느껴져서 보기 좋았다는 평이 이어졌습니다. 저 역시 이 말에 깊이 공감하는 바입니다. 여러분, 올겨울 어떻게 보내셨나요? 올해는 유독 날씨를 비롯해 여러 가지 힘든 점이 많았던 것 같은데요. 그래서 오늘은 봄을 기다리는 마음으로 여러분께 힐링 영상을 전해드리려고 합니다. 바로 부산에서 학교에 다니고 있는 다리아가 전하는 봄 소식인데요. 봄은 남쪽에서부터 온다고 하죠. 매화꽃, 벚꽃 등 부산 곳곳에 핀 봄꽃과 함께 미리 봄나들이 다녀오시는 시간이 되셨으면 합니다. 편안한 마음으로 함께 즐겨주세요.